Shila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Manasa deho geho jo kichu mo arpinu tua pade Nanda Kishore. Nanda Kishore. Manasa deho geho jo kichu mo arpinu tua pade Nanda Kishore. Manasa Sampade vipade jivana marane Dai mama ghela tua o pada barane Maro bira kobi jo icha tuhara Nitya dasa prati tua adhikara Janmao bimoicha jadito icha jadito bhakta graha jani janma Hau mora Kita janama hoy jata tu ada Bahirmukha Brahma janme nahiya Bahirmukha Brahma janme Bhukti mukti spriha vihina je bhakta Labaite thako sanga anganuragta Labaite thako sanganuragta Janaka janani Daita tanaya Prabhu Guru Patitu Sarva Moya Bhakati Vinoda Kohe Suno Khana Bhakati Vinoda Kohe Suno Khana Radha Nata Tu Hamara parana The translation.
Mind, body and family, whatever may be mine, I have surrendered at your lotus feet, O youthful son of Nanda.
Good fortune falling back, life all at head, all my difficulties are separated by you, those feet of yours and my only shelter.
Slay me or protect me, as you wish, for you are the master of your eternal servant.
If it is your will that I be born again, then may it be in the home of your devotee. May I be born again even as a walk, so long as I may remain your devotee. I have no desire to be born as a Brahma, lower spirit.
A year for the company of that devotee who is completely devoid of all desire for worldly enjoyment or recreation.
Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudhirayet nashtaprayeshva bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati ruttamaśloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. So welcome you all to today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. So we are reading from 2nd canto, 9th chapter, 6th verse. Sachintayan Dvyaksharam Ekadambasi Upashranod Dvirgaditam Vacho Vibhuhu Sparsheshu Yat Sodasham Ekavimsham Niskinchananam Nripayad Dhanam Viduhu Sachintayam Dviyaksharam Ekadambasi Sachintayan Dviyaksharam Ekadambasi Upashrano Dvirgaditam Vacho Vibhuhu Sparsheshu Yat Shodasham Ekavimsham Niskinchananam Nripayad Dhanam Viduhu Sachintayam Dviyaksharam Ekadambasi Upashrano Dvirgaditam Vacho Vibhuhu Sparsheshu Yat Sodasham Ekavimsham Niskinchananam Nripayad Dhanam Viduhu. Please recite. Upashrano Dvirgaditam Vacho Vibhuhu Sparsheshu Yat Shodasham Ekavimsham Niskinchananam Nripayad Dhanam Viduhu. Sachintayan Dviyaksharam Ekadambasi Ditam Vacho Vibhuhu Sachintayam Dviyaksharam Ekadambasi Upashrano Dvirgaditam Vacho Vibhuhu Niskinchananam Nripayad Dhanam Viduhu. Matajis. Sachintayam Dviyaksharam Ekadambasi Upashrano Dvirgaditam Vacho Vibhuhu Sparsheshu Yat Shodasham Ekavimsham Niskinchananam Nripayad Dhanam Viduhu Chintayam Dviyaksharam Ekadambasi Upashrano Dvirgaditam Vacho Vibhuhu Sparsheshu Yat Sodasham Ekavimsham Niskinchananam Nripayad Dhanam Viduhu. What meaning? Saha, he, Chintayan, while thus thinking, Dvi, two, Aksharam, syllables, Ekada, once upon a time, Ambasi, in the water, Upashranod, heard it nearby, Dvihi, twice, Gaditam, uttered, Vachaha, words, Vibhuhu, the great, Sparsheshu, in the sparsha letters. Yat, which. Shodasham, the 16th. Ekavimsham, and the 21st. Niskinchananam, of the renounced order of life. Nripa, O king. Yat, what is. Dhanam, wealth. Viduhu, as it is known. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. While thus engaged in thinking in the water, Brahmaji heard twice from nearby two syllables joined together. One of the syllables was taken from the 16th and other from the 21st letter of the Sparsha alphabets, and both joined to become the wealth of the renounced order of life. Okay, repeat after me. While thus engaged, in thinking in the water, Brahmaji heard twice from nearby two syllables joined together. One of the syllables was taken from the 16th and the other from the 21st of the Sparsha alphabets, and both joined to become the wealth of the renounced order of life. Purport. In Sanskrit language, the consonant alphabets are divided into two divisions, namely the Sparsha Varnas and Talavya Varnas. From Ka to Ma, the letters are known as Sparsha Varnas, and the 16th of the group is called Ta, whereas the 21st letter is called Pa. So when they are joined together, the word Tapa or penance is constructed. This penance is the beauty and the wealth of Brahmanas and the renounced order of life. According to Bhagavata philosophy, every human being is meant simply for this tapa and for no other business, because by penance only one can realize his self, and self-realization, not sense gratification, is the business of human life. This tapa or penance was begun from the very beginning of the creation, and it was first adopted by the supreme spiritual master, Lord Brahma. By tapasya only one can one get the profit of human life, and not by polished civilization of animal life. The animal does not know anything except sense gratification in the jurisdiction of eat, drink, be merry and enjoy. But the human being is made to undergo tapasya for going back to Godhead, back home. When Lord Brahma was perplexed about how to construct the material manifestations in the universe and went down within the water to find out the names and the source of his lotus feet, he heard the word tapa vibrated twice. Taking the path of tapa is the second birth of the desiring disciple. The word upashranod is very significant. It is similar to upanayana, or bringing the disciple nearer to the spiritual master for the path of tapa. So Brahmaji was thus initiated by Lord Krishna, and this fact is corroborated by Brahmaji himself in his book, the Brahma Samhita. In the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma has sung in every verse, Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Thus Brahma was initiated by Krishna mantra by Lord Krishna himself. And thus he became a Vaishnava, or a devotee of the Lord, before he was able to construct the huge universe. It is stated in the Brahma Samhita that Lord Brahma was initiated into the 18-letter Krishna mantra, which is generally accepted by all the devotees of Lord Krishna. We follow the same principle because we belong to Brahma Sampradaya, directly in the disciplic chain from Brahma to Narada, from Narada to Vyasa, from Vyasa to Madhva Muni, and from Madhva Muni to Madhavendra Puri, from Madhavendra Puri to Ishwara Puri, from Ishwara Puri to Lord Chaitanya, and gradually to His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, our Divine Master. One who is thus initiated in the disciplic succession is able to achieve the same result or power of creation. Chanting of this holy Mantra is the only shelter of the desireless pure devotee of the Lord. Simply by such tapasya or penance, the devotee of the Lord achieves all perfections like Lord Brahma. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Shah Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Vatsubhanavi Devi Dayataya Kripadyaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Nama Madhuryo Jala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambode Padambujayate Namam Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virba Bhumesvam Nirdeshna Sajjana Priya Vaishnavam Sarva Bhumo Shri Jagannadayate Namam Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namam Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Nama Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Matergati Matsarvasva Padambujo Radha Madana Mohano Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadhrumada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preshta Libi Sevyamanas Marami Srimad Rasarasarambi Vamshi Vada Tadastita Karshan Venu Sviner Gopi Gopinada Istriyestuna Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So before beginning, I would like to take blessings from all the Vaishnavas, senior devotees, so that we can discuss about this topic. Sachintayant Vyaksharam Ekadambasi Upashrano Dvirgaditam Vacho Vibhu Sparsheshu Yat Shodasham Ekavimsham Niskinchananam Nripayat Dhanam Viduhu. So here about Brahma, so while he was so here interesting thing is that even before he saw he was able to see Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, it was pitch dark, okay, it was completely dark and he was not able to see anything. He was able to see his source. There is a lotus flower, on the lotus flower Lord Brahma is sitting, and he went inside the water. Jai Shri Radha Madhav ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan ki, Shri Prabhupada ki. So Lord Brahma, he went deep inside that Garbhodaka ocean also, and he was searching everywhere like what is my source. He was able to see the lotus flower and stem, nothing else, and everything was pitch dark. But still he was he did not take darshan of Lord Vishnu. That comes later after tapasya. But before that, he was still having this desire that he has to construct the universe. But no one told him. You are getting right? He just he appeared from the lotus flower. Brahmaji was sitting on the lotus flower and he saw everywhere. It was pitch dark, but he was trying how to construct the universe. He was not having knowledge. He doesn't know what to do. But he was having this duty that I have to construct the universe. Who told him? Any try? Any? Paramatma inspired from the heart. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavi. That comes later. That Krishna officially he initiates this Kama Gayatri mantra. All this Krishna personally gives to Lord Brahma, and he plays flute. That flute acts as a like a sound vibration. Gayatri mantra comes from the sound flute voice of Krishna. By like that Krishna initiates Lord Brahma. That comes later. But how Brahma comes to know? Here if you see that when Lord Brahma was perplexed about how to construct the material manifestations in the universe and went down within the water to find out the means and source of his lotus seed. Yes, Prabhuji? His body is made up of intelligence, and his purpose is that only. So in the universe, when there are millions of jivas, millions and millions of jivas present in a particular universe, and when Brahma, so among all those jivas, okay, the most qualified jiva is given the opportunity to take the position of Lord Brahma. Okay, most qualified person. He said that Krishna has got 64 qualities in full. And then Lord Vishnu has 60 qualities. Okay. And then Shiva has 54 qualities. Some devotees say 55, 54. Okay. And then Lord Brahma has how many qualities? 50 qualities. Okay. 50 qualities in full. Okay. So Lord Krishna has 64 in full, Vishnu 60 in full, and then Lord Shiva 54 in full, 54 or 55, and then other in partial. And Lord Brahma has 50 qualities in full. So such a jiva, such a qualified jiva is given the post of a Lord Brahma to construct the material universe. And how he got this realization that I have to right now construct the universe is because of his previous samskaras. Okay, his previous what you call impressions. Okay, he has got these impressions from his previous births only. That is coming from his previous births. So we'll read that in Brahma Samhita ahead. Okay, so that's why he was thinking. He was thinking now what I am supposed to do. Like I'm supposed to construct the universe, but where will I get the knowledge from? So he was searching everywhere, and from the nearby, from the water, he heard two letters. What is that? It is mentioned here, 16th letter and the 21st. Okay. Shodasham Ekavimsham. Okay. 16th. So we know that Sanskrit alphabets, there is a vowels and then consonants. Okay. Vowels means generally we don't means when we vibrate when it is vibrated, when it comes from the mouth, it doesn't require the help of lips or the teeth or the tongue to interpret the sound. So they are called vowels. And there are consonants also. Consonants, when they are vibrated, so they take the help of the teeth. We use the help of the teeth or the tongue or lips to vibrate it. So this ka, ga, ga, cha cha, ja ja, na, ta ta, da da, na, ta tha. So the ta comes in the 16th. So there are 15 and the 16th letter is ta. And then after tha, tha, da, dha, na, and then pa. Pa comes 21st. So ta, pa. So it is first is ta and then is pa. It's not like pa, ta. It's not pata. It is tapa. Okay? Tapa. And then when he heard this tapa, how many times it was vibrated? It was vibrated 2 times. It's vibrated 2 times. Tapa, tapa. And then he realized that now I have to undergo tapasya. Okay? So here Prabhupada says that this tapasya, we have got this human form of life for doing tapasya. Okay? Human beings are meant to do tapasya. Even the person, even the Lord Brahma, who is personally coming from the novel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, even for him to understand his duty of constructing the universe, he has to undergo tapasya. Then what to speak of conditioned souls like us who are rotting in this Kali Yuga, in this material world. So we have to do tapasya. So this, and we know that the greatest tapasvi in the whole universe, in this particular universe is, the greatest tapasvi in the whole universe is Brahma only. How many years he does tapasya? 100 years. No. 1000 celestial years. 1000 celestial years. Okay, 1000 celestial years. Celestial years means it is the duration of demigods. Okay, so the year celestial years means it's the year of demigods. Okay, so one day of demigod is like 6 months in the year. 6 months here. So one day and one night, it's like whole year. So one full day of the demigods is like whole year in this earth, Prithvi Loka. So like that 1000 celestial years, Lord Brahma did tapasya. Okay, he did tapasya. How did he do tapasya? And which mantra did he chant? It is mentioned 18-lettered Krishna mantra. So we'll see that ahead. Which mantra he chanted? Gayatri mantra, that we'll see ahead. And so he did tapasya. So after Brahmaji, who was the second most person who did the most severe penances? Hiranyakashipu. Yes, Hiranyakashipu. Actually, this Hiranyakashipu's, he was thinking that, his idea was that I want to do tapasya for, he's thinking that if I get, by doing tapasya, I get lot of power from Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva, so that I can become equal to Lord Vishnu and I can go to Vaikuntha Loka and kill him, Lord Vishnu, kill him. So that was his main intention. So he did tapasya, and before he was doing tapasya, the second most person was actually the Bhrigu Muni. Bhrigu Muni was the second most tapasvi who did lot of years tapasya. So then, so Hiranyakashipu thought that I will do tapasya as good as Lord Brahma. So that was his main intention. And then he did more years than Bhrigu Muni actually. So his idea was that, so generally who does a lot of tapasya, like more number of years, so he cannot, who does less tapasya, he cannot curse a person who has done more tapasya. Okay, the curse will not affect. If a person has done less years of tapasya, if he curses a person who has done more years of tapasya, so the curse will not affect. So Hiranyakashipu his desire to do more years of tapasya is why? Because so that no one curses him. Okay, other than Brahma, so no one curses him. So that's why he did tapasya. He did not do like for 1000 celestial years. He did for like 100 celestial years. He did for that many years of tapasya. And how did he do tapasya? He did tapasya by standing on the 2 toes, the legs, and raising his hands. Okay, and his head was towards the sky, like that. He was doing such a severe tapasya, severe penances. Just like if a person like born and brought up in Mumbai or is working in Mumbai, if you go to metro, so he also faced similar like mini Hiranyakashipus. So they also, when they get into metro train, so they don't have sufficient place to stand also. So they stand on the tiptoes, and because they are in the moving train, they have to catch that rod. Okay, so their hands are also catch like upright, and then because everyone sometimes they don't take bath also, most of them. So that's why if they keep their head down, so it smells, it stinks. So what they do, they keep the head above. So they are also mostly people in Kali Yuga are like mini Hiranyakashipus. Why? Because they want to do tapasya for enlightenment, sense gratification, okay, for enjoyment, material enjoyment, okay. So like that. And so just like when a rishi does lot of tapasya, sometimes Indradev sends some apsara to disturb. So the materialistic people think that when they do tapasya like this, doing lot of tapasya, and they are meditating like one eye open, when apsara will come in my life, like that, such they think like that. But actually our tapasya will never disturb Indra. And Indra is not disturbed by our like mini or minute tapasya. So here Hiranyakashipu did lot of tapasya just to get power, just to get a lot of power, so that he can defeat Lord Vishnu or kill Lord Vishnu. But actually this is not the real tapasya. So the real tapasya is actually, if you read this, Rishabdev's Nayam Deho Bhajan Kastan Kaman Arhate Vidbhujam Ye Tapo Divyam Putrakayena Sattvam Shuddhye Deshmad Brahma Saukyam Tva Anantam. So the materialistic people, when they do tapasya, so they ask, so their desires are like Dhanam Dehi, this all fame, I want money, I want buildings, I want this, I want beautiful women, all these things. Jan Maishwarya Shruta Shri, like that. So, but for a spiritualistic people, it is mentioned here in the verse, Niskinchananam. So what is meant by Niskinchananam? Materially powerished people. That means who doesn't have any interest with the material world. The persons who doesn't have any interest with the material world. Prabhupada gives renounced order of life. So this Niskinchananam can be referred to the sannyasis also, and to those people, to those saintly people who has given up the material enjoyment, or who has given up the material sense gratification in this material world. So there it is mentioned Niskinchananam Nripaya Dhanam Vidu. So those people who has given up the dhana, so-called material wealth of this world. So what is their wealth? Those who have the materialistic people, those who have given up their wealth. So what is their wealth? Yes? Tapasya, tapa. So it is mentioned here. So the wealth of the renounced order of life, or the Brahmanas, is the tapa, tapasya. You might have heard this word, tapodan. So the wealth, so this all saintly people, we see this Sapta Rishis, there are so many Rishis, Atri, Jamadagni, what is that, Vishwamitra, Gautam Rishi, like that. There are principal Manasaputra of Lord Brahma, and there are so many other sages. So they do lot of tapasya, so many years. So they do lot of tapasya for what? And their tapasya is different from the materialistic people. Why? Because that tapasya is divya tapasya. Tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam. Why? Because shuddhye deshmat brahma saukyam tu anantam. For materialistic people, they do tapasya for getting all materialistic things, and the spiritualists do tapasya for Brahma Saukyam tu Anantam, to get the Brahma Sukha, to get the transcendental bliss. So that's what the materialistic people, that's what the spiritualist does. So here, if you see that Brahma, when he heard these names, Tapa, so he was not bewildered actually. He was thinking, kaun bola, like that. Who said this? Who said this? He was not like, if it was pitch dark, he was not able to say anything. And still when he heard this word, Tapa, so immediately he started doing tapasya. And then slowly it became completely bright. And he was able to take darshan of Lord Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So he did not become disturbed, and he was not thinking that who told, and it is for me only, is it for me only, this mantra. So he was not bewildered, he was fixed up, and he had complete faith that this instruction is for me only. And then he did tapasya. So like that, so there are different in Bhagavad Gita, we see that there are 3 type of things mentioned in the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Which are those? And it is said that it is compulsory for everyone. It's a sloka mentioned. It says that Yagna dana tapa karma natyajam karyam evatat yagna dana tapas chaiva pavanani manishinam. So it says that Yagna dana tapa. Yagna means sacrifices. Dana means charity, and tapa means austerity. So these three type of activities should never be given up. That is it is a prescribed duty for all the class of people. Okay. Why? Because pavanani manishinam. It will even purify the most exalted people also. Okay. Even the pure souls, even the people who are not at all this niskinchananam, even for those people it will purify. So why we do tapasya is for the purification of the consciousness. Okay, the self-control, purification of the consciousness. So many things are there. So right now in the conditional state of life, because of the impure consciousness, we cannot see ourselves, and we can neither see the other person also. We identify ourselves with the material body. Why? Because of the impure consciousness. When we do this tapasya, our consciousness become purified. So then we understand that who am I? Okay, why am I suffering in this world? Okay, so what is the reason of doing tapasya? Okay, so a donkey will never do tapasya. Okay, a donkey, I'm talking about like divya tapasya. Okay, he will never think that why am I donkey? Why I took birth in this donkey's body, like that. A donkey will never think that, but a human being can think like that. Okay, that's why he is different. Human being is very special. He has got that special intelligence. Okay, with that special intelligence, he can understand that why am I suffering in this world. When these questions arise, why am I suffering in this world? Who am I? And how to come out of these sufferings, then he will do tapasya. Till the time he doesn't experience, just like if a person is suffering from the disease, suffering from a disease so much, then definitely he will do some type of tapasya, or refraining from eating very polished food, or like very too much heavy food, and he eats simple food, and he follows some regulative principles, and he take medicine. In the same way, if a person realizes that he is suffering in this material world, realizing that this material world is meant for suffering, when one realizes, then he will definitely do tapasya. So this tapasya will purify the consciousness of the person. So there are different tapasya. There is a tapasya related to the body, and tapasya related to the mind, and tapasya related to the speech also. It is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So for the body, it is mentioned that when a person engages in the worship of Deva, Dvija, Guru, Pragna, means if a person engages in the body in the service of Supreme Lord, and Dvija, Brahmanas, Guru, spiritual master, Pragna means mother and father, okay? Pujanam, Saucham, Arjavam, Brahmacharyam, Ahimsacha, Shariram, Tapa Uchyate. So these are the austerities of body, means following the Brahmacharya, celibacy, and then maintaining cleanliness, Saucham, Arjavam, all these things, Ahimsa, non-violence. These are the austerities of the body. And then austerities of the speech. Anudvega karam vakyam, satyam priyam hitam chayat, swadhyaya abhyasanam cheva, vanmaya tapa uchyate. So what is the austerities of the speech? Anudvega means he should not speak agitating words. Okay, he should not speak agitating words. Anudvega karam vakyam, satyam, he should always speak truth. It is very tapasya actually to speak always truth. Karam, Anudveka Satyam Priyam. Priyam Hitam Chayat. Priyam means lovingly, with loving words. It is easy to become angry upon people. It is very easy to speak very angrily or very agitatingly. But it is not so easy to speak lovingly, pleasing way. And Hitam. Hitam means in beneficial way. Okay, for benefiting the people. It is not so easy. So if we do that, that means we are doing tapasya. Swadhyaya abhyasaram cheva. That means whatever you are speaking, it should be from the scriptures. Okay, it should be from the scriptures. It should be spoken lovingly. It should be beneficial, and it should not agitate. Also, when we follow all these things and then we speak, okay, so that is austerity of speech, and then there is austerity of mind also. Saumyatvam, Monam, Atma, Vinigraha, Bhava, Samsuddhir, iti etat, Tapo, Manasam uchyate. So like maintaining gravity, maintaining all this thing. Maunam, Shanti, Atma, Vinigraha. And one more, Vinigraha, Bhava, Samsuddhir. Means always endeavoring for purification. Okay, always endeavoring for, how can I purify myself more and more? So that is actually austerity for the mind. Okay. Generally in Krishna consciousness movement, suppose if we are not progressing in the Krishna consciousness, that means we are degrading actually. There is nothing like stagnant position in Krishna consciousness. It's not like suppose if I am not endeavoring for advancement, that means I will stay at one place. No, it's not like, it's not. His consciousness will gradually degrade. If he's in stagnant position, there is nothing like stagnant, so he will eventually degrade. So in Krishna consciousness movement, every person has to endeavor more and more for purification of his mind, purification of his consciousness. So that endeavor has to be there. So in this movement, actually this movement is not like tapasya movement. Okay, this movement is actually Bhakti movement. Okay, so the Krishna conscious devotees are like, we are supposed to be tapasvis, we should wear kopin only and nothing else. So these type of things are not mentioned. Okay, these are for like Goswamis, they can remain like that, not for us. So what is the tapasya for devotees in Krishna consciousness is such type of tapasya will enhance our devotional service. Just like getting up early in the morning. Okay, so this is tapasya. In Kali Yuga, especially in the morning time, the sleep we get is actually very like, we feel like Brahma Sokyam, like so much of happiness, especially in morning time. When in ashram we have this Prabhupada lecture, Prabhupada suddenly starts speaking, like 3:30, 3:45, lecture starts actually. And still at the time to get up, it's like very difficult. You feel like so much of happiness comes at the times. But still a person who endeavor for purification, endeavor for advance in Krishna consciousness, he gets up no matter how much he is tired or how much he is sick or whatever may be the circumstances, he gets up. Why? Because he can take darshan of Lord Krishna at 4:30. So that tapasya is required. And getting up and then taking bath, sometime with cold water, sometime with, we have in our ashram, we have this geyser also, hot water, we can take bath nicely. And then we come take darshan of the Lordships. And then we sit for chanting as actually we are supposed to sit at one place and chant continuously, but because it is difficult, so we roam and chant. Even to sit at one place and chant, that is also a tapasya. So we are not supposed to do like very severe tapasya. Just like in my childhood days, I used to see demigod worshippers. They used to do tapasya. They used to, this charcoal. This Agni Gundam. If you see this in Telugu people, they know this. They make this charcoal. They make it like small underground like that, and they pour all the charcoal, burning charcoal, and they are made to walk on that. Not with chappal, with barefoot. Okay, such type of tapasya. And sometimes they pierce with a needle in the tongue. Tongue. You saw that anytime? They do this Kartikeya, this different demigods. They do. We in Krishna consciousness, okay, we are not supposed to do such heavy tapasyas. Okay. Our tapasya is to do morning program, and then after doing morning program and then taking prasadam. So that is also very nice. Actually, that is also one kind of tapasya. Why? Because we taking only Krishna prasadam, not anything else. That is also a tapasya. Only Krishna prasadam, nothing else, nothing from outside. Okay, sometimes we get like ripe mangoes, we see suddenly in the ashram, we see whether it is offered or not. Immediately we keep in the locker. Baad mein khaenge. So that is not how a Krishna conscious devotee he should not act like that. He should offer it to Krishna. That is also one kind of tapasya. Whatever we take, it should be offered to Krishna. And then the most important thing is that in the day life, engaging in the preaching activities. Okay? If you see in the life of Srila Prabhupada, his whole life is a tapasya. His whole life is tapasya. Why he did this tapasya? To become a great muni? To become a great scholar? To become a famous person? No. To save all the conditioned souls. He did this tapasya. Like in Delhi, when Prabhupada in the hot sun, summer season, he was walking the Delhi trying to distribute this Back to Godhead magazines. He was hit by a cow. He was hit by a cow in the ribs here. Like it was so much hard that he fell down unconscious in the preaching activity while he was distributing the Back to Godhead magazines. Alone he was distributing. So that is also heavy tapasya. Like that, if you see this, his whole life was actually tapasya. Going to America, this Jaladuta, there also 2 heart attacks, seasickness, warm things. And then after reaching America, and then he has to deal with all the people. This, if you see this in Prabhupada Lilamrita, Sat Swarupadas Goswami Maharaj, he says that, he quotes, for Lord Rama to win battle over Ravana, he took the help of monkeys. And Prabhupada had to deal with the hippies. So Prabhupada, to win over Maya, to conquer this material world, or to win over Maya, what soldiers he had? Hippies only. He had to deal with the hippies. Okay, whole day he has to deal with the hippies. So much energy goes away. So much energy. One person while painting photograph, he smoking and painting, and one person is in the middle of night, he knocks the door. We heard, I think recently class, one woman in the middle of night comes and she says something, like mentally disturbed, aula, something she shouts, and then Prabhupada from window only says, what happened? Still she shouts, what? Aula, like that. And then Prabhupada has to open the door, and then she comes inside the door. She enters the home, then Prabhupada come outside immediately, and then he has to go outside and then go the downstairs, and he has to call his disciples, his followers, do something like that. So such type of austerities Prabhupada faced. And if you see, especially in this 1977 when Prabhupada constructed this Krishna Balram temple, so at the time this Sampath Bhattacharya, there was this guy who like a Brahmana, he was, because at the time Prabhupada was having so much of sickness, he was feeling so much sick, 1977, the year when Prabhupada disappeared. So at that time, so Prabhupada was feeling so much of sickness. So at that time, so they installed Prabhupada deity in the Prabhupada deity and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur deity in that Gaurnita altar, we can see. So at that time it was installed 1977. So the Brahmana says that why you are suffering is because you have installed your deity in that altar and you are living. So the people who will take your darshan in the deity, so all their sinful reactions will come to you. Because you have not departed from this world, so you are living. You are present in your own body, spiritual body, so that reactions will come to you. That's why you are suffering. Then Prabhupada said that's why I have come into this material world. Like that Prabhupada says. Imagine the greatness of Prabhupada. Okay, this sloka from Bhagavatam, it says, Lord Shiva's tapyante lokatapena. Okay. So the devotees, the pure devotees of the Lord, just like Lord Shiva, he drank the whole this poison, hala visha. In the same way, the pure devotees of the Lord, they take so much of austerity and tapasya for the deliverance of the fallen conditioned soul. And this is considered the greatest type of welfare activity, and it's the greatest type of worshipping the Lord Krishna. Parama Aradhanam Taddi. It's the greatest form of worshipping Lord Vishnu. So when Sampath Bhattacharya, he heard that from Prabhupada reply, so he got shocked for some time and then he circumambulated Prabhupada and then he goes. So that is the life of Srila Prabhupada. So when we see the life of Srila Prabhupada, we should get inspired that I also have to do tapasya, especially in the preaching activities. Without doing tapasya, we will not get purified. Okay? It is not possible without doing tapasya. So this bhakti is so easy. Bhakti is, we got this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful to all the Kali Yuga people. He just gave this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Just by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just by chanting holy names of the Lord, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one will get liberation from this material world. But still we are so much lazy and ignorant. Even we don't chant those 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra attentively or like carefully. We take that also casually. Imagine how much fallen we are. It is said in this Agni Puran, Na nama samatapa, na nama samayagna, na nama samavrata. So like that. So it is said that there is no greater tapasya than the chanting the holy names of the Lord. Okay? Na nama samatapa. There is no greater tapasya than chanting the holy names of the Lord. Na nama samayagna. There is no greater yagya than the holy names of the Lord. We hear this from Bhagavad Gita also. Japanam, yagnanam, japa yagnosmi. So this is the greatest form of yagna is Sankirtan yagna, japa yagna. Nanama sama vrata. Okay, this is the greatest type of penance or austerity. Okay, vrata. So this is mentioned in Agni Puran. So it is mentioned in all the Vedic scriptures actually about the glories of the holy names of Krishna. So if we just chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and engage ourselves in the preaching activities to please Srila Prabhupada. One Srila Prabhupada disciples, they were telling Prabhupada, why are you working very hard? Just take rest for some time. Relax yourself. Sleep. Take rest. So then Prabhupada replies, then how will you get delivered? If I sleep, then how will you get delivered? So Prabhupada was so merciful upon all of us. So because of his tapasya, because of his, we are actually sitting in such very nice palatial building, taking such opulent prasadam. Recently we had like 17 items of prasadam, so much of opulent, paneer sabji, so paratha, all different type. When we post our reels of our devotees ashram prasadam, we get like millions and millions of views. These people are staying in restaurant or ashram. People are doubted, like people are karmis or like even karmis don't get such type of food. But what ISKCON devotees are getting. So this is all how we got such type of opulence, because of the Prabhupada and his disciples struggle. Okay, it's tapasya. We should never forget it. Should never take granted. Okay, whatever the facilities we are getting, should never take it for granted. And if we sleep, remain lazy, and without doing any tapasya, then it is not possible to save ourselves. Then what to speak of saving others? It is not possible. So just like even Lord Brahma has to do lot of tapasya. Actually, it's already 9:06. You can open the Brahma Samhita verse, okay? So when we hear in the starting we discuss about this tapa. So who spoke these words tapa? We will see here, okay? Open 22nd sloka, Prabhu. We'll try to finish in like 5 minutes. So these actually the purports were given by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Even if we read, we will not understand it. Okay, it's very difficult. So we'll read the translation. So the divine lotus, which springs from the navel pit of Vishnu, is in every way rated by the spiritual tie with all souls and is the origin of four-faced Brahma versed in the four Vedas. Okay. So actually we all have connection with this Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. We all have this spiritual ties, just like this ambulika from this lotus stem coming from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. From there Brahma is up. In the same way we also have got this spiritual ties. Every soul has a spiritual tie with this Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. We will realize it when we become more and more purified. Go to next sloka. On coming out of the lotus, Brahma, being guided by the divine potency, tuned his mind to the action of creation under the impulse of previous impressions. But he could see nothing but darkness in every direction. Okay? So from here, Purva Samskara Samskritaha. Pura Samskara Samskritaha. So under the impression of previous samskaras, he was able to remember that now I am supposed to do creation work. So that's why he was thinking how to do the creation work. Then the goddess of learning, Saraswati, the divine consort of Supreme Lord. So the here Saraswati mentioned is actually not the Saraswati is present in Brahmaloka. She is from the spiritual world, the consort of Lord Krishna. Okay. Goddess of learning, Saraswati, the divine consort of the Supreme Lord, said thus to Brahma, who saw nothing but blooming in all direction, O Brahma, this mantra will assuredly fulfill your heart's desire. Okay, this Gayatri mantra, one of the Gayatri mantra. So this should be uttered, or this should be only given by a Diksha Guru to his disciple. Okay, like that. Even if he chant also, it will not affect us much. Okay, by chanting Hare Krishna Mantra, we become purified. But chanting this Gayatri mantra, one has to first take shelter of Diksha Guru. When Diksha Guru, when he gives from his speaks with his own mouth, when we hear from that, then that is we get like Upanayana Samskara. Okay, this is this 18-letter mantra, which this previous verse which said that is 18-letter mantra, which was given by Lord Saraswati Devi only gave, but it was through Lord Krishna. Okay, this was important to Lord Brahma. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. Okay, so he gets this mantra, and then he gets the this one more mantra. It is called what is that? What was the last Gayatri mantra? What we call that? Kam Gayatri mantra. So those both mantras Brahma gets from Lord Krishna, and then Brahma chants this mantra for how many years? From 1,000 celestial years. He chants this mantra. By that he becomes purified. Okay, he becomes purified, and then everything becomes visible. Okay, so just like Lord Brahma got purified and he attained perfection by chanting the Maha Mantra, okay, by chanting this mantra, Kam Gayatri mantra, in the same way we can also achieve perfection just by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so just by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we'll achieve all the perfections, okay, perfection of this human form of life. It's mentioned in the this last Prabhupada mentioned in the last stanza. One who is thus initiated in the disciplic succession is able to achieve the same result or power of creation. Chanting of this holy mantra is the only shelter of the desireless pure devotee of the Lord. Simply by such tapasya or penance, the devotee of the Lord achieves all perfections like Lord Brahma. Okay, so this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra has got all the potency. Okay, when one chants this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, he can even create the universe. Okay, such power he gets. Okay, it's like this yogis, they also have this power of creating the universe. This they can create entire universe. This anima, lagima, like that. There are 8 type of mystic perfections. The one of is that they can create like that. So so when a person chants Hare Krishna mantra, the main purpose of is that he will develop love for Lord Krishna. So that is the main purpose. Okay, when we take this Divya Tapasya very seriously, and when we chant every day, then our assurance to go home back to Godhead is guaranteed. Okay. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, comments, or corrections, please you can ask. We have mic, bro. Okay. You can ask, bro. You can speak louder. So even though Brahma is the most intelligent person in this universe, but his intelligence is limited to only this universe only. So he doesn't have the knowledge of there are other Brahmas, there are other universes also like that. Okay, even and this Brahma Vimohan Lila, it is mentioned. He got shocked. So he is actually Brahma is our Acharya. He is because of him only we got this actually mantras. This whatever when we get this Brahman initiation, we get this Gayatri mantra, all those things. Why? Because it is coming from Lord Brahma. That's why we chant those mantras. And I think yesterday Anantashree already told that why this Leela is mentioned, that even Brahma we can get bewildered, then what to speak of us. Just to set that Maya is so powerful. It is mentioned that the Maya is so powerful, the illusory energy of the Lord is so powerful, and our senses can be bewildered at any time. Even the person who is most intelligent person, even his senses can be bewildered. What is that? Vidvam api karshati. There is one sloka like that, right? Even the most intelligent person, even he can fall down. So that's why tapasya is very important. Okay, so tapasya, every day one has to undergo tapasya. Okay, for purification. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Why Lord Krishna got that umbilical cord? Vishnu. Why he has got? Why he has got that umbilical cord? Even I also don't have. Because he is Padmanabha. His novel is Lotus Face, and Lotus. It is one of his what you say opulences. We say na is that he doesn't require any person's interference for creation. Just like the mother and father both are required for creating like child. For Lord Vishnu, he himself can create living entities. He doesn't require any help from others. He's completely independent. So that is my way of understanding. Ananta or some devotees can answer. Okay, Prabhu. Radhanath Prabhu. Prabhupada mentioned Madhvacharya. Sometimes we say Narada Muni also like that. Madhva Muni. Why Prabhupada mentioned here Madhva Muni? Even I also don't know, Prabhuji. Munis means like they have their own type of ideology. So they have their own different way of knowledge, the different branch of knowledge. They are categorized as Munis. Why here Prabhupada mentioned Madhva Muni, I also don't know. It's like Radhakant Prabhu can answer. They are so exalted that any title can be given to them. Muni, Rishi, Acharya, like that. Okay? Antara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai.